You guys, hi, my name is Ryan Bailey from the podcast So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. We are on YouTube now, and I'm doing this special for YouTube. It is called The Bailey Mail, where I scour the Daily Mail and TMZ to catch you up on this fine Monday morning, all pop culture topics in under like 15 minutes, which if you listen to the show, my show's usually like 2 hours a day. So this is like bite size. Let's start off with the person who sucks up all the air out of pop culture. That is the one and only Kim Kardashian. You guys, she's been working hard. So she has now taken a vacation. According to her IG this morning, we woke up to bikini pics and her enjoying sweet kisses, Daily Mail reports, in paradise with boyfriend Pete Davidson. Pete is officially an Instagram boyfriend. Very excited for Pete. Very excited for both of them. They look like they got a lot of content out of this trip. In my head, this could possibly be all CGI. They shot this on like a soundstage, and then the people who did the special effects for like Jurassic Park or Avatar just kind of filled in the beach and all of this stuff. But it looks like they are still going strong. Unfortunately, not everything is swell in Kardashian world. Do you remember at the Met Gala a little bit ago, she wore Marilyn Monroe's iconic dress, and she lost, supposedly, remember, she lost like 8 billion pounds to fit into it, she said. I think it was only like 12, but it still didn't zip up. And so she had to have a little shawl, and then she had to change into it. So she was only in the dress for like 15 minutes, but now it is being reported that she has reportedly damaged this iconic dress after the Met Gala. The dress now shows signs of tearing, and several crystals are either missing or hanging off of it. And if you look online, you can see the pictures of the before and after. Without my glasses, it looked like I was like looking at like a monkeypox, like under a microscope, but you can see a lot of the beads did fall off. And this is what everybody was worried about, because this is kind of an heirloom, a relic. It's part of archival history and fashion, and Kim is ruined it. I don't know if there's a metaphor in there. Do you think Kardashians ruin things? I don't know. Who knows? Also, good news though for Kris Jenner. She is been on like a week-long vacation in overseas on a beautiful yacht. Corey, her boy toy, Corey Gamble, is with her. They're yachting with Tommy Hilfiger, as you do. And Corey always just looks to be having the best time, because I know when I get free vacations, I'm super psyched as well. So shout out to Corey. Corey is doing it for all of us. Like, Corey is my idol. That is who I want to emulate one day. I would love the yacht. He's always in like loose silk PJs and he's like dancing. I love it. I love Corey Gamble's lifestyle. And also, we still do not know why Corey Gamble was not at the KRIS wedding in Italy. Some people are saying COVID. Some people say Kris didn't allow him his allowance that week and he couldn't afford the trip over there. I guess we'll never know, but we keep, if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. Last week, we had the wedding of the century, Britney Spears to Sam Asghari. It looked like it went off without a hitch. We had a who's who of just wild celebrities, from Madonna to Drew Barrymore to Donatella Versace, Kathy and Paris Hilton. We had Ansel Elgort for some reason. But a lot of people were worried about a prenup. And now we can report that Britney and Sam, they have an ironclad prenup in place. He does not get a dime if this goes south. So that's amazing. Everybody was worried that this guy, listen, we're more worried about Teresa Giudice and her guy about the prenup, but this is good. This means like another thing that it looks like they're really in love with each other, which is what we want. We want Britney to be happy. We want her to have a great life. So I was excited about that. Now, in Real Housewives news, you guys, Joey Gorga from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Well, he is all over the blogs today, TMZ specifically, because there is video of him completely freaking out on one of his tenants that hasn't paid rent in 4 years. Now, this is truly one of my nightmares, to have Joey Gorga come up to me in my car and start yelling at me. It is wild. You can see this full video on TMZ, and trust me, folks, it is worth it, because it is Joey. It's like when Joey gets mad at Teresa or anybody, he's just like, he's getting in this guy's face while he's in his car and says, "You owe me $50,000. You don't pay." And then he's like threatening, he's like throwing out accusations like there's drug dealing going on and all of this stuff. And the guy's saying, "Yo, I lost my job. You're getting paid through COVID relief, and Joey's not having it. It really is a very exciting scene. I highly recommend everybody watch it. Also, in Johnny Depp Amber Heard news, unfortunately, this is still going, and I know people are passionate about this case, this trial. But Amber Heard, we now know why she was on a private jet last week. Everybody was like, how could she afford a private jet if she has to pay Johnny? Well, it looks like NBC paid for that private jet because all week this week on NBC, she sat down with Savannah Guthrie. They'll be airing it throughout the week. There's a couple clips online so far where she says she does not blame the jury for voting against her, says that Johnny is a very charming actor. I fear we will be dealing with this forever. So if that is your thing, go watch that this week. Also, a personal recommendation. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but you got to go to Hulu. Freeform produced this 4-part docuseries on Teal Swan, who got big on YouTube and is kind of a guru that is being accused of running a cult. So there's a 4-part docuseries that I think is so well done. It's very dramatic, very well produced and directed. Teal Swan, of course, is coming out now after the fact, saying she was used, saying she got the bad edit, which is very interesting because I was like, wow, she's starting to sound like a Bravo housewife, that she got the bad edit. So I don't know if you guys follow her, but if not, even if you should go watch it. It really is fascinating television, and I love when reality TV does that. Coming up this week, of course, we got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's going to be very exciting because in the preview for this week, Garcelle tells Erica, you're bugging the shit out of me. And Erica's like, what are you talking? Hey, I'm Erica Jane. And Sutton is still all like, how dare you ruin my name, Crystal? My family's got a good name, I'll say. So Beverly Hills is running on all cylinders. I'm totally enjoying it. Real Housewives of Dubai has its 3rd episode this week. I don't know if you guys are enjoying that. I love the first episode. The second one, okay, but I'm ready to get into the thick of it. We have Below Deck Sailing Yacht on Monday nights all the time. And also recommend Below Deck Down Under, which is exclusively on Peacock, but it has Aisha Scott as a chief stew. She, of course, was on Below Deck Med and is amazing. Truly love her. Real Housewives of Atlanta on Sunday. Your heart breaks for She by Sheree. I love her so much. Hopefully she's going to be okay. So we got tons of stuff over there. On Netflix, we have a reality show that I just found amazing called Love on the Spectrum. They did an overseas version a couple of years ago. Now they have an American version, and it is just wonderful. It is so heartwarming. It's funny. It's touching. It's like everything that you want a good reality show. Now, Housewives are, it's hysteria and it's people fighting. It's like a show on steroids. But then you go over to Love on the Spectrum, and it's a reality show where on the spectrum, autistic men and women are out there trying to find love, because you realize, like, man, that is what kind of bonds us all, is that we're all looking for love. And sometimes they find it to great success and sometimes they don't. And it just, trust me, it's a really beautiful series that they have over on Netflix. Also, Rebel Wilson came out last week in an Instagram post saying she thought she was looking for a Disney prince, but she was looking for a Disney princess. Now, unfortunately, news is coming out that the reason why she came out was because the Sydney Morning Herald said that she had 2 days to respond to this accusation. So they kind of forced her coming out, which, that's just awful. Like, what the F are you thinking, Sydney Morning Herald? You do not, in this day and age, you let people do what they want on their time frame. But I guess that is the reason she came out, was because the Sydney Morning Herald, if she did not respond, was going to print a story in 2 days saying that this woman is now her girlfriend. And Rebel says, thanks for all your comments. It was a very hard situation, but I'm trying to handle it with grace. So amazing bravery on her part. I hope that's gross. It is just gross. The feud of the week goes to 2 of our favorites, VICKI Gunvalson from Real Housewives of Orange County and Dorinda Medley from Real Housewives of New York. They are together on Ultimate Girls Trip Season 2, which premieres June 23rd on Peacock, and they've already started early. This is like Biggie and Tupac all over again. Dorinda and VICKI have been going back and forth from podcast to Instagram comments. It's like getting really heated. So let's see, the latest round of this, Vicki Gunvalson responded to Dorinda Medley's comments about her sense of taste, saying, I never said anything bad about her home. I said if it makes her happy, then good. The Real Housewives of Orange County alum 60 wrote in an Instagram comment on Sunday, June 12th. I also said her house is in the middle of nowhere. Truth. And it's old. Truth. The feud, which seemingly began on the show, ignited on social media on Wednesday, June 8th. By the way, I love Us Weekly. Ignited on social. It ignited. It was an inferno of information. So Medley slammed Gunvalson during her June 10th episode of her Sirius XM podcast, Make It Nice. And Dorinda said, well, listen, this is a girl that thinks dancing on dirty tables in a bar at Puerto Vallarta, whatever that place is called, is fun. So, I mean, you can't really have people that don't have taste, don't understand taste, Medley said on the podcast, adding that Bluestone Manor, where she lives and where this whole series takes place, was built in 1902 by architect Stanford White, and it was loved by fans of Roni, she said. I've seen her house. I don't really do prefabs, but I wouldn't really say anything bad about her house. It's not my taste, Dorinda says. And also, jealousy is a terrible thing. Sometimes people don't like when others are prospering so much. And there's a lot of unhappiness behind that. Sometimes when you're unhappy and you see someone that is so happy and doing so well, you just can't take it. Also, Dorinda really was hitting hard, says, hey, at least I don't date people that pretend to have cancer, which then brings Brooks into the conversation. Girth Brooks, Vicki's old boyfriend that pretended he had cancer. Amazing. And she also said, I also don't date men that then leave you for women that are half their age. You want to get mean? I'll get mean, Medley promised. My God, this is the celebrity boxing match that I have been dreaming for my entire life. Speaking of that, Black China did a celebrity boxing match on Saturday. It was a draw, even though a lot of people are saying Black China had her ass handed to her. So unfortunately, she has not been winning anything, hasn't won on the case against the Kardashians, and has not won her celebrity boxing match. And finally, thoughts and prayers go out to Justin Bieber, who revealed that he is now suffering from an illness. It's Ramsey-Barr syndrome, and it has paralyzed half of his face. Usually this starts off as shingles, and then it is now affected half of his face, but like half of Justin Bieber's face is still better than my face or most of our faces. But usually this will clear up in a month. Hopefully it will. He says it's hard to eat right now. So we hope he can get back on tour and back out there. So this is the Bailey Mail, a way to start your week. Please let me know if you want to keep seeing these. What is that thing you always do on YouTube? Like and subscribe. Hey, slam that like button. Slam it. Okay. Bye, guys.